Hello everybody, this is Momo from TheMomoZone and welcome to an accelerator video. This video is the wrap-up from the Ian Crossland video shoot. At the end of the video, we got together with Spricket24, Rebecca Larsen, and the whole accelerator team, and we sat down in the hotel room and we just got into this chat. The camera was rolling and man, this was, I don't know, an incredible conversation was captured. I will basically say that this is like defining Ian Crossland. Ian might come across a little different to some of you guys, but when you listen a little deeper, he's just expresses himself different, and that's it. But what is underneath everything he's saying has got a lot more truth than a lot of people maybe care to admit. This is the wrap-up after Ian Crossland's video shoot. It was really great hanging out with you guys. I want to really thank Spricket24 and Rebecca Larsen, and of course Ian Crossland for writing such a great song and showing up, because you know, showing up is half the battle. So on that note, peace out.
My question is this, like, sometimes when you speak, you keep your eyes closed and you keep talking, right? So what happens if you keep your eyes open? Is it different?
Yeah.
It's a whole other thing?
It's interesting. The visual interpretation is there and present and becomes distracting in the wave perception. The light and the sound is the same as thought in a different form. The thought is the light and the sound, all the waves bunched together, and then it becomes this thought, which we have adapted. But, so these are the two levels of existence, I believe, and this is what's been driving people crazy, is they haven't been able to put a finger on it mathematically, so they've thought, but they have recently put a mathematic finger on it, saying there's 11 dimensions, everything can be tracked to one form, and they call it a string because it exists as a one-dimensional object, not a zero-dimensional particle, which is particle physics, which is older, which Einstein used. Now we're in M theory, but string theory, basically everything's a one-dimensional movement. And it's a one-dimensional movement, and then it becomes perceived as this stuff, as the feeling of waves and light and sound, after it exists as this one-dimensional vibration. And the vibration is in the mind.
What's the dimension? Forward? What is that?
The dimension is active. Ultimately, we're all doing it all the time. Birds do it in the sky as they all turn together. We're doing that. Our ego and this stuff has confused us to this point, and so we have been distracted from our ability to move as a group.
Well said, dude. Very well said. I get that. No. No, seriously. Basically what he's saying, you understand what he's saying, right?
Yeah, I like...
Okay, that was well explained. That was actually like pretty...
Sometimes I get lost. I have to kind of really concentrate because the way he ties his words,
yeah.
the distance between the actual changement of when the next thing locks onto itself to take me to another step, it's pretty smooth what you do, you know?
But the bird analogy, right,
yeah,
was really good because that's a visual, how we can all see the birds, and we always wonder, how come they always move together like that, right? And like they all turn at the same time, and they all, you know, it's because they're following that same string flow that he's talking about. But men can't, because we've evolved to such a level that we're so like, you know, like he was distracted that we can't feel our flow, which our flow is probably love, which is what they've been saying forever, right? and we can't see it. So that's why we have to distract ourselves with war and this and that, because, you know, because we that's what we do, unfortunately. But the bird thing is really a good analogy. That was a good visual, Ian. I think people will get what you're saying more with that. Simple.
So that's why I close my eyes, because it shuts off that distraction, and I'm able to have more coherent thought with my eyes closed. And I like the ability and conscious awareness to close my eyes and not to have this self-hatred of what I see, but just to be aware that it's there and it's part of it, and I can focus without it.
When his eyes are closed, he moves his hands less when he talks. But there's moments of silence, you know. So I'm just trying to see the mathematical continuity here. The mathematical, like, you know, how many times, just like him, like when she sneezes, guaranteed 2 sneezes, but there's going to be a gap of about 30 to 40 seconds, and I will always go bless you about 25 seconds after, and it will come right there, even if she's on the other end of the house. And him, he's got 3 to 4, possibly 5, if I'm lucky. So, you know,
mathematical human behavior.
well, yeah, and they got, you know, but is it part habit, or you know, like, we just need to break it down so we can understand. Like, it feels good when you rub your own head sometimes. Maybe he's going for circulation. You know, maybe
It's all a question of amount.
is it a nervous twitch? You know what I mean?
This?
Yeah?
It feels good.
That's what I thought. Like, I know, you know, maybe it helps you, like, maybe it's because you're avoiding confronting certain things, right? That's why what we did today was really important. I'll tell you why. Because you got to take out of this that you had an idea, you sent an email, people showed up, we did it, we executed, boom, bang, it's fucking done, right? By tomorrow or after tomorrow, you will have a finished music video with an amazing documentary, a page with your own shit that represents this experience. Now, it didn't take very many words for you to do that, not even very many thoughts. We all combined and together made this happen. You attracted or contacted, and we connected together, and look at this. That song, that internet thing brought all these people together in a room, and we all worked on your stuff today, right? We worked on your stuff today. You got a team. You didn't have to, who did this? You did this. I'm part of it, but you called this somehow. So because you did, then I think that if you really focus and empty your head, thought less and acted more on the things that you know you wanted, then we're in business. Then we're in business, dude. Then we are in fucking business. Please, I'm begging you, just tell me that you're gonna at least fucking try. And I'm not telling you there's anything wrong with what it is you're doing, right? But at one point in your life, we have to make a decision and go to the top. What are you gonna do in 10 years? Okay, you gotta know the end. That's why I'm into knowing the end of things. You always have to work backwards. When you're going on a trip or you're planning a tour, you work your way fucking backwards, because then you know what's fucking happening. You know what I mean? If you work forwards all the fucking time, you're always fucking skipping, always rushing to the last second. Backwards, you're ahead of time. What's that line the guy said? I like having the schedule in my back pocket because that puts me ahead of the schedule all the time. You know what I mean? That was Beavis. This guy, he's like you guys, you know?
I thought what you did today was incredible. And I think that we're all here on some level for you, so you can have that. Yeah, man, so you could have that, so we can all share in that with you. How did I know I was going to be in this hotel room? I don't know. I don't have that answer, but I'm here. And what you did today, what everybody did today, was fucking incredible. And I can't wait to see the finished product of that, because if those pictures were anything to go on with your talent,
Oh,
And
yeah.
yours.
It's just-
Yours.
It takes
It
two.
takes all of us
It's
to tango,
just
yeah.
awesome
It's
to
like
be
we're
in the
all
same
ones.
room with everybody. Take it all in, man. Let it absorb and continue it. Don't let it die
Exactly.
here. Don't let it stop here. Keep it going. Keep the momentum. And when you're not feeling the momentum, then call one of us and we'll get you going again. Woohoo!
Exactly, yeah.
And maybe, you know, as crazy as this might sound, maybe if we take a little bit off of his shoulder, you know what I mean? Like we're here for him, but he's here for us too in his own way.
Yeah.
And maybe, you know, because he's burdened. I could see it, you know? I think. In terms of, you know what I mean?
But that's important also to be there for others too.
Absolutely.
You know, like that's also something. You know, like it's important. Like that's something that you should carry with you also. This experience of going
All
to
being
the end
there
of
for
your
each
things,
other, yeah.
and all being there for each other and being there for other people too. You know,
Definitely.
It's about
even outside this circle.
It's about exactly, well, that's what it is.
Well said, yeah.
It's about gratitude in a big fucking way, because you got when something comes to you, then you got to be grateful to it somehow
Oh,
in your
for
head.
sure.
At night when you go home, you got to say thank you, whatever, to a Lord, to yourself, to whatever you believe in, for letting us. Because this is the same way. I'm going to bed tonight thanking the Lord for having been able to experience this with you and having been able to meet people that I learn so much from. I'm usually the guy teaching people stuff at all times. They besides these people that I'm with, you know what I mean? I'm surrounded by people who constantly need coaching, and I'm constantly hired to fucking fix people's problems and shit, you know? So it's really good to meet people that actually are fucking great artists themselves, that I've not had to pick off a casting sheet, you know what I mean? Or bring to an audition. So I could say, this was like hardcore, like if this was the complete movie the casting is made, because it's fucking amazing, the talent and the symmetry, how do you say that, synergy that has happened today, right?
Ragtag team of artists brought together by passion and vice.
Exactly. Master of fucking words and slaps and the face. She's the female Mark Juan, let me tell you. I can't, she's got these one-liners and these sentence slaps that just really work. Give us a few more of those.
Oh, they have to be spontaneous. Please, forgive me, my passion. I can only invite it.
Okay, but give us some closing words on like what we've been talking about, like, you know, like towards this whole Ian thing, like about this whole process that happened tonight, and what he needs to come out with it, so that you know, we all fucking benefit from it in the sense spiritually, you know. It's
Yeah. I'm not sure what to say, because I think you said that Ian did it, but I think you did it. So I think that it's kind of your day today, and he's basking in your generosity and your mentorship, and I think that can only benefit all of us to be mentoring each other and to be, you know, learning each other's cool tricks, you know.
I understand what you're saying, but he, you know, like he did learn stuff, he did do stuff from himself, and if he can just take that, you know, like regardless of the rest, he could just take that, saying, look, I can act. When he's going to see himself after that, if he can use that to say, I can look this good, I can sound this good, you know, like whether it's us that's there or not, that's irrelevant, because when he'll see his image, when you hear the sound, and I think he's heard part of it today, I mean, and he's seen part of it, and he acted, he was part of it. I think if he can just take that and grow with that, it can only get better and not regress.